Do you think you have dizziness or vertigo caused by your neck? This often goes undetected. So I've done a bunch of other videos on dizziness from the neck. You can check them out. I'll link them up in the description. But if you think your dizziness or vertigo is actually coming from your neck, this video is about who can help you with this problem. Because you can go to, say, a chiropractor or a physical therapist or some other type of doctor and get spinal care literally for the rest of your life. But if they don't have the correct specialty clinical skills, it may not resolve the dizziness or vertigo from your neck. But first, just a reminder, I'm Kim Bell, the Vertigo Detective. I'm a doctor of physical therapy in San Diego, California. And this video is not individual medical advice for you. This is general education, information, and hope for people all around the world suffering with dizziness or vertigo. Your neck may have some tension, some stiffness, some pain. If you can't turn your head all the way 90 degrees to the side, 90 degrees to the other side, or look up, say 80 to 90 degrees. If you can't touch your chin over onto your shoulder like this, then these are all potential signs that your neck stiffness, your neck tension, maybe you even have neck pain, could be contributing to dizziness, which is more like a constant lightheaded feeling, typically worse at the end of the day, or even vertigo attacks. So actual spinning attacks that last anywhere from seconds to minutes to hours to days. So this is why this is such an important topic. And I've done a lot of videos on this topic. I just did a video on this topic as the most overlooked cause of dizziness. Again, like I said, I'll link those up for you in the description. But there's 3 types of providers I want to make sure you know about, and I will discuss them in this video. Make sure you stick around to the end so I can show you where you can find the blog I wrote on this topic. The first type of provider that can help you with dizziness or vertigo caused from your neck is going to be an orthopedic manual physical therapist. So sometimes you can go to physical therapy and you get a little stretching, a little massage, maybe a hot pack, a cold pack, or electrical stimulation. You'll get maybe some exercises. But if they're not actually getting in there and doing what's called manual therapy with your bones, then it may not be effective to resolve dizziness or vertigo from the neck. Typically, this is going to require a manual adjustment of your first cervical vertebrae and your second cervical vertebrae called C1 or C2, along with any other problems in your shoulders, neck, or jaw, or any related areas which can affect the alignment of your neck. So you want to find what's called an orthopedic manual physical therapist. This is somebody that actually will put their hands on you, feel around on your neck to feel where the bones are stuck or shifted out of place, and they will gently move the bones back into place with hands-on mobilization techniques. The next type of provider that you can look for is a chiropractor with specialized training in the upper cervical area. As I mentioned, most physical therapists and chiropractors don't have training in how to treat the upper cervical area. It is a specialty. So you want to search for and seek out people that are specially trained. And to my knowledge, as of this day, there's 2 particular techniques within the chiropractic world that are very good for upper cervical issues. One is called the NUCCA technique, that's N-U-C-C-A, NUCCA, where they only adjust the C1 bone, the first cervical bone, and they have very specific x-rays to figure out how it's out of alignment. So that's the NUCCA chiropractic technique. The second chiropractic technique I'm aware of that can help with upper cervical dizziness is called the Blair technique. So that would be, if you prefer chiropractic care, that would be NUCCA or Blair, you could possibly check out. And if you prefer physical therapy, you want to search for an orthopedic manual physical therapist. Now, again, some providers are better than others, and a lot of people advertise things maybe they're not so good at. So be discerning. If you're going to somebody for, say, 12 visits, 20 visits, and you're not seeing results, you're not getting better, then it may be time to seek out a more advanced or experienced provider. Now, as promised, I'm going to show you where you can find the article I wrote on this. So here we are at my website, vertigodetective.com. So if you just go to your browser and type in Vertigo Detective, you can find this website. And then in the search here, I'm going to type in cervical. So that means your neck, cervical. Okay, and then just hit enter or hit it twice. And then right here is the blog you want to look for with this sort of calendar as the featured image that says therapy. And then this says who can help with upper cervical dizziness. You're going to click on that. And then you will find a little summary of a little more information than what I just shared. And then this talks about how physical therapy can help. And you may need orthopedic manual therapy of the head, neck, or jaw. And I also threw in the shoulder. That's another one that can cause problems with the neck. You may need some exercises for stretching or strengthening, and you may need postural retraining if you have a forward head or rounded posture. There can also be problems in other places of your body that can cause problems with your upper cervical area. Like, I'll give you an example. I was seeing a chiropractor for 3 years, twice a week, for my upper cervical dizziness. And every time I would get an adjustment, I would only get relief for like a day or two. And then my neck would come right back out. And I went and asked him, why is this happening? And he said, oh, it's because of your hip problem. And so I said, well, can you also treat my hip? And he said, no, I only treat upper cervical problems. So then I switched to a different practitioner. Now I switched to an orthopedic manual physical therapist who treats my hip injury, which I've had since I was born, and also treats my neck in the same appointment. And so those treatments typically last for like a couple weeks now, which is great. All right. And then the chiropractic type of care that may help you, again, is this Nuka technique and this Blair technique. So this is where you can find the written out references. And if you copy this, for example, you can highlight that and copy it. And then you can right there copy, and then you can paste that into your browser up here, and you can find their website. So you can find a directory. Or if you want to highlight this, highlight Nuka, okay, and then copy it, and then, or look it up. So look it up, copy it, search with Google, okay, and then you can find local providers in your area. I hope that information was helpful. If this video helps you find the right provider to get relief from cervical dizziness, please let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next video.